Lovely evening. I've got some shit to say. I don't know how many people that watch my videos, not many people, let's be honest. But I don't know how many people of you out there are flat earthers, right? But let me tell you now, in that flat earth community, if there is such a thing, there's so much bullshit. It's unreal. And people repeat things blindly. It's almost like a fucking religion. Now, you know one thing, water's flat. You know that. But to say there's a dome, you don't fucking know that. To say there's a physical barrier, you don't know that. Now, here's the problem. And this is not coming from the internet. This is not coming from something you can fucking read. This has come from long study and deep contemplation. Right? Right now, I'm sat on top of a fucking mountain because I couldn't get closer to heaven. And this shit comes from heaven. It comes from my soul. It comes from my heart. It comes from my mind. If there is a fucking dome, right, that means if I walk in that direction or any fucking direction I choose and I don't stop and I get to the water and I got a boat and I keep going and I just go that direction in a straight fucking line, I don't stop, that means at some point I'll walk into the dome because the dome must come down. So what you are saying there's a fucking dome. You are saying that it comes down to the fucking ground, that the sky meets the ground. I don't know what sort of bullshit that is. But how could that happen? What you see is the horizon. Now the sky kind of meets the ground everywhere, doesn't it? You can see it. There's the ground. There's the sky. So the sky meets the ground. But there's no physical fucking barrier there. When you go over there, you can't touch the fucking sky. And it's the same. If water's flat, then the air is flat. Earth is infinite and there is no dome. I'm sorry, but there isn't. There is no dome. It's another red herring and it's bullshit. There is one sun and one light source. And people say, what did he say? You can't have an atmosphere without a barrier, a physical barrier. Now, people don't fucking know what they're talking about. Seriously. Right? The only reason why you have a fucking atmosphere in the first place is because of the sun. You have an atmosphere that you experience because of the sun and temperature and pressure. That's it. So there is no physical barrier. There's just a different pressure. There's a different temperature. Here, where we are close to the sun, there's a certain pressure. Elements vibrate at a certain rate and it creates a certain pressure. Right? That's why we experience air and all the other things and the atmosphere, the way we experience them. But if I go a million miles in that direction and I do not stop, you can't even see the fucking sun anymore. The sky doesn't come down to the ground. There is no physical barrier. You are capable of going a million miles in that direction. Earth is infinite. And when you go a million miles in that direction, you get into absolute zero. The temperature plummets. And when you're at absolute zero, water's not a fucking liquid anymore. Do you know what is liquid at absolute zero? Helium. Now where we live, carbon life is basically made up of water. Water is fucking ice a million miles in that direction. So if there's any life out there, it's made of things like fucking helium. And believe me, there is life out there. Believe me, there is more fucking life out there than there is here. It is fucking infinite. You can go a million miles in that direction, a million miles in that direction. Do you know if you go a million miles in that direction and a million miles in that direction, do you know how much space there is in between them 2 points? And that's just fucking 2 or 3 degrees on the 360 degrees. The Earth, the world, is fucking humongous. It is bigger than you could ever fucking imagine. And if there is more suns out there, then there is more places like this. But if there is no more fucking suns out there, and this is the only sun, this is the God-given light, then there is no other places like this. This is it. God knows what the creatures are like a million miles in that direction. But they're probably fucked up. They probably drink acid in the same way you drink water. So, all that dome shit, bullshit. That's what I'm saying.